Sometimes you get a call from someone who profoundly moves you to understand that the work is urgent and important and totally cool.
I mean, when you think about like exciting fields you want to get into, you don't always think about, well, I'm going to go innovate in emergency response, and it's really up to the community to do that. And that's really where Rogue Food Unites came from.
Whatever idea you have about how many original ideas there are in the world, this was a new one.
They took a huge load off of the community food need. If just our organization had been expected to meet that, we would have been totally underwater.
It was an amazing partnership that they dreamed up, created, and launched in a heartbeat to give people hundreds of thousands of meals.
So we lost our home on September 8, 2020. And when that happened, they really stepped up. They were like, okay, what do you need? We've got you.
And when we found, temporary housing, we didn't even have the pots and pans to cook on, because it took one thing off of our plate, which was, making sure that, ourselves and our kids had food.
Their desire to use local food producers to make them be like a critical part of the emergency response services loop. Yeah, I'm not sure many other folks in the country are doing that. And I think that paradigm is going to be what we're going to start thinking about doing moving forward, like on a national level.
And it was so wonderful. The food was so good too, because they built these great relationships with area restaurants. So we were getting the top of the line meals, really healthy and nutritious and delicious. With everything else we're doing in our lives, we had one thing we could count on, and that was those meals. And it's hard to put into words how much that helped.
It was a win-win-win all the way around. Not only to give people who were hungry and profoundly traumatized, who literally ran from flames, a healthy meal, but it gave restaurants who were traumatized by COVID and barely surviving the opportunity to do what brings them love and joy, which was make food.
Beyond just being delicious, it was so nurturing. You could tell how much care had gone into each of those meals, and the details. It was just, it's hard to put into words. It meant a lot.
Yeah.
Understanding their impact is easy, but understanding the heart is a little different.
We have been providing meals for our unhoused and low-income community around Ashland for a number of years. We had been so worried about how are we going to pull off Thanksgiving, and people were really counting on it, and we were counting on it because that's like the biggest and most special meal, I think, of the year. Rogue Food Unite showed up with meals to go, and we had volunteers that cooked for us, and they brought in turkeys and mashed potatoes and all the trimmings, and we just made to-go boxes, and we must have fed a couple hundred people that day, and I feel like nobody was forgotten about on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah. Rogue Food Unites really made it possible for all these forces to come together and create something bigger than the sum of its parts.
Those people give and give and give and give tirelessly.
They were always so like on the verge of like needing another coffee and like, just like, always like working their tails off. And you could just see that it was just like their heart keeping them in the games.
It was so impressive to me, the volunteers that showed up every day, and it just felt such care. It was really, it was inspirational.
Yeah.
They were inspiring and committed and engaged, and we needed them so badly. And they delivered.
I don't even know how to say thank you. It's so big. What you all did and what you continue to do, it's so meaningful.
Right.
I'm so profoundly grateful that you live here, that you're committed here, and that you do such amazing work to make us better and stronger and healthier. Thank you.
I admire them just like, finding that in themselves and doing it.
It really was love in action. It truly was.